My name is Patricia McPherson. I'm president of Grassroots Coalition. And I would like to say that we are in support of all of the groups that are here tonight wearing the green shirts. I'd like to let you know that but for these groups, but for us, and in front of you there is a document there that shows there was a 1990 settlement agreement with the Friends of Ballona, which they were able to achieve, thankfully, what is now the catch basin portion of Playa Vista's flood control system, which, as Ms. Turrell said, that was your project, I believe, also. And she does work and has worked for Playa Capital, which I'm sure all of you are very aware of how political, highly politicized this site.
It's a wonderful community. Thank you.
Excuse me, please don't interrupt.
We didn't interrupt you. Take your time back.
Could I, yeah,
Take your time back.
Please take 10 seconds. Go ahead, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Ma'am, go ahead.
All right. But for us, this land wouldn't be up for restoration in the first place. Because building and safety, because of the gas issues that we unveiled there, they learned that this area had huge volumes of underground oil field gas and SoCal gas operation problems there. Building and safety stated that nothing could be developed residentially west of Lincoln Boulevard. And that is why we have this land. Area C was done in a land swap, and I thank the Friends for the catch basin, but the rest of this is because of these people that are here, and we have donated our time. Ballona, got started in this, the Army Corps got started in this, by the way, I am 5 minutes, I believe, I am an organization. The Army Corps got started in this back in 2005. It was supposed to follow an iterative process, which meant look at all the reasonable alternatives. Here we have Ballona Wetlands is a predominantly seasonal freshwater wetlands. And Margot Griswold and other scientists that have come up here, we've already had the evidence proven through the studies paid for with public bond money to show that that is the history of this area. So when the Army Corps now, from the 2005 to the 2012 process, which I would like to see an audit done of that, because I've seen the documents from the closeout, and the closeout doesn't match anything having to do with Ballona for many of those documents. Number two, when the Corps got involved, as you said tonight, you got involved in a permit process only. It was dropped out. And why were you dropped out? I've seen the internal emails, because unfortunately, instead of doing what the bonds asked for and told us we would get, was lots of meetings to be able to have cross-communication, to be able to dialogue with all of you. We never had that. We've had instead to use PRAs, Public Record Act requests, Freedom of Information Act requests, in order to get any information. I have the documentation of the Coastal Conservancy, the contracts that specifically say it has to be estuarine gold. That is not an iterative process. That's a predetermined goal. And the start of the Army Corps' information was all based on private business, the Bay Foundation's documents provided to you, that the county didn't even get involved in this with the Santa Monica Bay Restoration Commission as it was supposed to be, because the commission didn't even know that it was involved in this. So the whole WERDA process is fraudulent at this point. I want to go back on a couple of things, because I am totally off script here, but I want to remind you, House Document 389, you know exactly what I'm talking about, talks about Marina Del Rey, 34 million cubic yards were slurried along 5.5 miles of coastline from El Segundo to Ocean Park to widen the beach 500 feet. The Del Rey harbor maps show part of that 34 million to create the actual moles that everything is built on there now. The idea, and Area A is in the front of that document that I just gave you. The documents within this DEIR, DEIS, there are many that are false, there are many that are misleading, including with regard to Area A. There are raised roadways around there, but that salt pan area that you see in that document that actually Friends of Ballona put out saying, oh, it looks pretty bad, is actually a very special area. It is the historic salt pan area. that Dr. Margot Griswold was discussing. Those are creatures that use it, and if you look to the right, that is Ballona Wetlands. It is an area that ponds with fresh water every time we get rains, because where is the water table? The water table is 5 feet below in that area, according to borings done recently for soil sampling. We have no hydrology reports on Ballona. Why is that? Could it be because Playa Vista needs to de-water in order to get rid of all of the water? And if you dig this land out, it will cause a drain. Because why is Fish and Game draining the wetlands on behalf of Playa Vista? Why is Fish and Game allowing Playa Vista to divert all of the groundwaters that historically flow to Playa Vista?
Thank you, ma'am.
Ballona?
Thank you.